Hello, Warriors of Light, and welcome to my 19th weekly podcast. Today, I will be going over Part 2 of the 2024 Moogle Treasure Trove event. The upcoming 2024 Make It Rain campaign, Dawn Trail benchmark, Yoshi P's comments about the Dawn Trail benchmark, Dawn Trail pre-order bonuses, Dawn Trail release date, and the ongoing Yokai Watch event. Today is May 8th, 2024. So, Part 2 of the 2024 Moogle Treasure Trove event will start May 14th. In Part 1, players were able to earn tomestones through ocean fishing, gold saucer gates, fates, triple triad matches, and more. Luckily, Part 2 is similar with different awards. This will be a great opportunity for players to obtain rare items and farm MGP vouchers for those rare gold saucer mounts. This event ends on June 24th. Next, the 2024 Make It Rain campaign will also start this month. This annual event started in 2016, and players will be able to get increased MGP points and rare in-game items. To participate in this yearly event, players must be at level 15 and complete one of the following main scenario quests: the Gridanian Envoy, the Ul'Dan Envoy, or the Lomanzan Envoy. Players will also need access to the Manderville Gold Saucer. So, the Dawn Trail benchmark is out now. Players can download the benchmark from the Lodestone website and test the limits of your computer while getting a preview at the various jobs in action. Warriors of Light will get a sneak peek of the graphical update coming in patch 7.0 and use the highly anticipated female Hrothgar, which is available in the software's character creation tool. Also, this benchmark will allow you to view your current Endwalker character in the tests. There are options for choosing dynamic resolutions, LOD on distant objects, and dynamic grass interactions. Players can also loop the benchmark and save results locally. Lastly, you can use the benchmark to share your results on the Final Fantasy XIV Lodestone website, Facebook, and X. So, Yoshi P had mentioned that the development team is resolving issues such as the lack of highlights in the pupils, facial contours appearing flattened, and a lack of gloss or excessive appearance of gloss. So, the development team is updating the Dawn Trail benchmark. Also, there were a number of issues in the data and certain processes, such as an issue with unimplemented high-resolution textures, an issue pertaining to special data processes, an issue with necklines for playable races, and an issue with uncorrected scaling for the mouth. These topics are also being addressed as well. Yoshi P has apologized about these concerns and is asking players to wait for the next Dawn Trail benchmark update. The full official post can be seen on the Final Fantasy XIV Lodestone website. So, moving on to my next topic, Dawn Trail pre-ordering has started, and gamers can receive 2 in-game bonus items, the Wind-Up Zidane minion and Azima's earrings. Azima's earrings increase experience points for characters under level 90. Also, Dawn Trail will be released on July 2nd, but early access starts on June 28th for players that pre-order now. So, as a brief reminder, I will go over some highlights about the new expansion. Dawn Trail will include 2 new jobs, Viper and Pictomancer. The Viper job is a close-range fighting style passed down by Turali hunters using 2 one-handed blades that can be combined into a single 2-handed weapon. As such, players can alternate between pressuring enemies with swift strikes by twin blades, and then dealing mighty blows with their joined weapon. By calling on the memories of ancient hunters contained within its soul crystal, Viper can also imbue your character with additional power for a brief period of time. This Viper job unlocks with the Dawn Trail expansion, and having a Disciple of War or Magic at level 80. Players must also clear the Viper job quest in Ul'dah to obtain the Viper Soul Crystal. So for Pictomancer, it is a magical, ranged DPS job that works in the medium of mixed ether, wielding a specialized brush to render images into reality. These images not only include creatures and weapons, but also landscapes as well. Because these images take time, the Pictomancer also has instant cast abilities and spells available during battle. Also, Dawn Trail will include a new playable race, the female Hrothgars that hail from Ilsabard. Players can get a sneak peek of this playable race in the newly released Dawn Trail benchmark. In addition, there will also be a new limited job named Beastmaster. So, for my last topic today, the Yokai Watch event. It's based upon the Yokai Watch role-playing video game and animated series. The video game was released on Nintendo 3DS on July 11, 2013, and involves looking for yokai, spiritual creatures responsible for unexpected everyday occurrences, and befriending them via battles. Yokai can only be found with the Yokai Watch. The game was so successful that it became an animated series months later. The first Yokai Watch episode was broadcasted in Japan on January 8, 2014, and shown in the United States on October 5, 2015. So for our Final Fantasy XIV collaboration event with Yokai Watch, it starts on April 24th. Players will be able to join in on the fun and get rare weapons, mounts, and minions, including Jibanyan and Whisper mounts. To participate in this event, players will need to visit the Poor-Heeled Youth at the Steps of Ulda and begin the quest titled A Complete Game Changer. To begin this quest, players must have a level 15 character and complete one of the main scenario quests titled the Gridanian Envoy, the Uldan Envoy, or the Lomansan Envoy. After completing the questline, players will obtain a Yokai Watch and Yokai Medallion that can be later used to gather Yokai medals from Fates in Stormblood and Heavensward areas. Also, players can farm medals in La Nocia, the Black Shroud, and Thanalan. These medals can be exchanged for Yokai with the Wandering Executive at the Gold Saucer. So, after collecting 13 Yokai, you can acquire the Yokai mount called the Whisper Go mount. If players want to obtain Yokai weapons, players must summon the Yokai minion that is matched with its weapon. For example, to obtain the Cane of the Shrine Guardian, players must have the Komasan summoned during Fate battles and obtain legendary Komasan medals. If players collect 13 Yokai weapons, you can acquire the second Yokai mount called the Whisper A Go mount. Next, if players collect all 17 Yokai weapons, you can obtain the rare Jibanyan couch mount. Lastly, if you collect all 17 Yokai, you can exchange MGP points with Nohai at the Gold Saucer for the new Yokai Watch Framers Kit. It's an exciting event jam-packed with rare items and an event you don't want to miss. This event will end upon the release of Patch 7.0 in late June. So, that's all I have for my 19th weekly podcast. If you enjoy my podcasts, you can subscribe to my podcast channel on YouTube. Also, you can follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, under Dynamis Ryne. I try to answer comments and questions found on my channels through my weekly podcasts. Feel free to post on my social media platforms and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.